Hello, everyone. Tits indeed, and welcome to 248. I am Brentley Sproles. This is...
2 guys, 4 color, 8-bit.
And unfortunately enough, we're lying to you about the title of the show. We have 3 extra people with us, and they're going to introduce themselves left or right. Shall we hear their names?
Marshall Brown, coming right here.
Yeah, my name's Randal.
Dakota Phillips.
Today's going to be an anime-filled show, kids. We're very excited about it. I'm going to step outside and smoke. Jake's going to start running everything, man, but we're very excited. It's going to be a blast. We can talk anime, talk shows we like, shows we don't like. Probably going to have some fist fights involved. It's going to be a great time. Jiggy, take it away.
Alright, so while he's killing himself with some death sticks, I suppose this time, a couple more people than last. We'll just sort of go around and talk about some of our favorite animes, what we're sort of looking forward to, and why we hate everybody else's suggestions.
Alright.
So, Dakota, start her off. You've seen the most animes than all of us, potentially combined, with the exception of Brentley.
What are you trying to say exactly?
He loves Sword Art Online, I just know it.
I will
kill you.
He does. He loves that
Sword.
show.
He loves Sword Art Online.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't like harems and etchings right now.
I'm right there
agree
with you.
with me.
I'm right there with you, man. Fucking harem animes are disgusting, and if you watch them, you're ashamed of yourself.
The Dead's great, though.
I could pull out my list, but I don't know where it is.
Your
As
list
usual.
is conveniently not here.
So, anywho, harems and etchies and how much you love Sword Art Online aside,
Oh my god.
what have you watched recently, or like that's been on your to watch list? What's the one that you've looked forward to the most recently that you've finished?
Well, lately I haven't really been watching anything. It's just I've been too damn busy.
He's got a girlfriend now.
I know.
Oh, poor soul.
Hey,
Yep.
I'm very happy, thank you.
The anime world misses you.
The
Come
feels,
back
man.
to it.
Come on. Go
Let's
back
see.
to World of No GF.
I recently watched Brotherhood. I rewatched it a couple days
Yeah.
ago.
For like the 5th time for me.
Seriously.
Like, no, good time.
I love
Terrific
that
anime.
that
I
good.
tried to get my parents into it. They just walked out of the room.
I was this close to getting my girlfriend into Code Geass. She watched like the first 3
Oh
and then fell
man.
asleep.
Oh, but it's so good. No, it's a
casual.
slow start for new people who don't watch anime that much, but
For someone that has, man, it just flies along.
I know.
If you're an otaku, it actually sucks you in pretty easy compared to all this shit.
Is that
you've
like
watched.
is that like a Konami or a Tanuki?
It's exactly like a tanuki.
Cool.
Raccoons everywhere.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Excuse me.
see.
Excuse me. Okay, tanukis aren't exactly raccoons, alright? so,
excuse me.
Let the 4chan represent
aren't
us what-
raccoons. Let's see. Right now on my computer.
Welcome to 248, you guys.
let's see. We're off to a wonderful start.
I plan on watching.
Absolutely.
I plan on watching Madoka Movie 3. And let's see. I'm trying to remember what else is on there. I think Air's on there.
Air's pretty good. I haven't finished it yet, but what I've seen so far I've enjoyed.
Air?
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
It's
Get Out.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, get out.
Shut the fuck up.
Why don't you say? Okay, so yeah.
Oh, fire truck.
As far as
What?
here's what we'll do. I'll tell you my favorites.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
tell me yours, and we'll say our opinions about them.
All right.
Okay.
Well, yours are shit, so we got
hey,
that out of the way.
hey, we haven't even started yet.
Okay. So.
Okay.
My
Okay.
bad. Go ahead.
Okay.
Take.
Okay. Favorite one is Death Note.
Oh.
I already know you like Death Note.
That's all right.
The movie.
It's a good anime. Certainly not my favorite, but it is one of those that stands the test of time. It holds through.
That live action movie, though.
I don't know, like
Season 2 bothered me.
With Nier.
I'm not the biggest fan of
the
Nier.
thing with Death
Yeah.
Note with me is that it has a lot of these like moments that try to be dramatic when all that's happening.
I'll take
All he's doing is just fucking thinking to himself like a fucking psychopath, and it's like this dramatic music. Yeah, he is a psychopath.
In his defense, he is. Wait, we just went there.
I like that sort of narcissism that he has in him.
That's what the atmosphere was about.
That's a cool character trait. Yeah, but the fucking action lines and the music building up, that's a little too much, man. Come on.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I guess
I know it's anime. You're probably gonna say fuck you. But
I must be a sap, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What are your opinions on Death Note that you're done smoking?
So, honest to God,
cigarettes, guys.
I watched the cigarettes are cool, kids. Everybody should smoke. It'll make you cooler.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Proven fact.
They're almost a new anime.
Yeah, I just do it because
look at Sanji. He's always smoking.
But no,
it depends on which version you watch. It could just be a lollipop.
No. I watched the original, the Death Note live action back when I was in high school years ago. And the live action movie was very well done. The CG effects were excellent.
I actually went to the theater and saw the third one.
No shit. No. I don't know, man. It may not be the show for me, but that doesn't mean it's not the show for you kids. There are shows out there that I've never heard of. Shows that
I've never heard of.
Other people are just like man, you gotta watch this. This is the greatest shit ever. And you should keep an open mind, man. You always want to watch stuff anybody recommends to you, and especially anybody you trust, man. You gotta recommend.
And keep that rag nearby for when it hits the end and you're jizzing everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I will say, Death Note, not my favorite anime. I haven't been a huge fan of it for quite some time. But I will say, Death Note ended up driving me towards reading the manga. And kids out there, if you like a show and you're so let's say Soul Eater's your jam, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
So watch the anime and it's wonderful, but kids, that's just an arc. You gotta read afterwards. Yeah, yes, there's. We found his phone. That's good.
Why?
But I gotta say, just because you like the show, go back and read the manga because that's gonna go way more in depth. And you're gonna see a lot more than you would think. We're still searching for a cast member's phone at this point.
Hey,
pound and nickel.
This is a professional get up here.
So
yeah,
I heard it ring and everything.
It did ring.
I'm still missing your hat. I'm still missing my 3DS.
We are missing many things. We have our shit together.
I'm missing my virginity.
Oh, we're not gonna find that, guys.
No, stuck it up underneath the table.
Oh, here it is.
I think. There we go.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Well,
it was right under my feet the entire time.
I need my mall list for this episode.
We found the phone, kids. But
our privileged white girl is she's stable now. She's stable.
Anybody who recommends anything to you, at least give it a shot. And I've always had a 3-episode rule where I will watch 3 episodes of a show, and whether I like it or not will be determined within those 3 episodes. I know the dudes beforehand were fucking mocking or bombing on some of the harem shows. I love harem shows.
Wasn't me.
You are all to blame. But I like a lot more lighter anime, and that's the great thing about today's episode, kids. We got people who just fucking love everything about anime.
I hate everything and everyone.
We got people who love shonen. We got people who love ecchi. We got people who love harem. I think the last two just pretty much describe me. But and that's the wonderful thing about the show today, kids. Is we got a wide panel of people. Very privileged to have them, man. So.
So we got the special ones this evening.
Yes, we got the.
As far as your 3-episode rule goes, I actually go with 5 or 6.
He goes
just
with 5 or 6.
Some start off a lot slower, like Code
Gurren Lagann for me took a long time.
Gurren Lagann picks up pretty compared to what happens later.
I can't stand.
I'm only on 5th episode. It took me forever.
If you look at Black Lagoon, if you just watch 3 episodes of Black Lagoon, you may not be a fan of the show. If you watch 5 or 6, that's gonna suck your shit in.
I still need to watch Black Lagoon.
Wonderful show, beautiful animation.
I forgot who I saw the review for, or who did the review for Black Lagoon, but pretty much. It's if you like action, adventure, and crazy amounts of explosions and tits.
Yeah.
Watch Black Lagoon.
It's not even that exploitive.
Or High School of the Dead.
I was about to say the same fucking.
It's not.
Wait. No, that's if you want tits that have their own Gravity Engine.
So any video game from Japan,
right? The good thing about Black Lagoon, though, is yes. So there's only one female character in the cast of characters that we have. Revy is the only female. And
wait, you're talking about primary?
Yeah, primary, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say no.
And the cool thing is,
there's all the nuns with the guns.
One guns. But
oh man,
it's not focused on the sexualization. It's there, kids, but
it's not
anime, so it's there.
Not hidden.
Yeah. But it's not so much. It's not an ecchi flick. It's not really focused on fan service. It just happens to be there. But
it's good fun.
See, that's the way I feel. I don't have a problem. I mean, I know I said I'm not an ecchi harem fan. Yeah. I don't have a problem with fan service as long as it doesn't get in the way of the show.
It's like Kill la Kill for me because that game. I mean, that game. Shut the fuck up. I was thinking of video games all day. That show for me, it's so over the top. I don't really take it too serious. But it's really.
It's made by Fooly Cooley and Gurren Lagann.
Exactly.
Of course, it's over the top.
But it's just such a great style.
Now let's say
really draws me in.
I just grabbed Kill la Kill. So for me and the other folks out there who don't know, give us a little tear on Kill la Kill. Let us know a little bit about it.
Clothes with
superpowers.
Clothes with superpowers.
It's you think of the symbiotes and
wait, jackets and socks.
Yeah. Literally, the clothes are their own life forms.
Okay.
And they sort of take over the body. Or not take over. Well, that's
I don't know what
amplify?
over.
Yeah, amplify.
Almost amplify.
There's these things in this giant academy called Goku uniforms, and they enhance a person's abilities and give them super.
The higher you up you are in the government of the school, you get a different star uniform. The highest, if I remember right, was what?
Yeah, it's like
4
1
star,
star,
or something?
2 star, and 3 star, and then there's
3
another
star.
one that's because what makes these uniforms are called life fibers, and there's the main character gets a hand on the uniform that's 100% life fiber uniform. It's its own actual life being that attaches themselves to the host. The main character.
It's a lot more fresh to you.
Yeah, they can take them off.
Okay, so
sort of.
You have a lot.
There's more complications later on in the show. I don't want to spoil it.
What that really reminds me of is back in the day, old Toonami days on Cartoon Network.
Toonami. Good old Toonami.
We're not
really wanted that.
We're not old.
Everybody just have that collective. So back in the day, they used to have Yu Yu Hakusho, and one of the things that was so funny to me is you get to the end and it they cut off the not the English dubs, but just the showing of the show up to almost the end of the Dark Tournament.
Yeah.
Well, as a kid, I was like, what the fuck, man? The Dark Tournament hasn't ended.
I think they did the same thing with Rurouni Kenshin.
They got pretty damn close to it. They cut off way too much. And so you go back and you actually pick up the entire series, man, and you realize the shit that you've been looking at for quite a while is nothing. You find out Toguro is a C-class demon, and there's S-class, and you're just, and again, I say this, as I'm trying to think when I actually watched the entire series, maybe 22, 23, but I'm still seeing the series as a 12 or 13-year-old, and my head explodes, and I go, what the fuck? Holy dicks, are you kidding me? That's like saying that Raditz is the be-all and end-all.
How many Raditz are you worth?
Exactly. That's a great comparison.
It really is. You go and you look at everything that happens later in this series, and your dick is just as hard as a fucking rock waiting to the rest of the series.
If you have a dick, you just grow your own dick.
Yeah, and so again, kids out there, if you haven't watched the rest of Yu Yu Hakusho, for the love of God, just for nostalgia's sake, watch all of it. It's amazing. You can pick it up. They released all the DVDs, so you can go out there and see it. We won't discuss how we get it, but it's out there, kids. You got to go and watch it. It is an absolutely wonderful show. And again, it's shown. It's old school. We're talking. Yeah, Jesus fuck, what fucking...
it's in the
98.
Late 90s.
Yeah,
something
98.
You can tell that 90s artwork there.
Maybe up to 2001. Yeah. Gorgeous show. And I loved every bit of Yu Yu Hakusho. I ate that shit up. As far as other shonen shows, the big one amongst the collective kids, not just myself, but A really big one has been
Naruto.
One Piece and
Naruto. Everybody.
You're a One Piece fan, and I like Naruto.
Oh my god, One Piece! I could go on for hours about One Piece.
And so, of course, the war.
Do we have any Bleach in here?
Well, I love Bleach.
I would say I'm a fan of Bleach.
I'm a fan, but I like Naruto more.
I like Naruto more too.
So, all right. So, how deep did you get Naruto before the English dubs came out?
I watched the original, when he was a kid on Toonami, and then I'm way too impatient. Yeah. I just want to straight and episode 1 was sub for me.
I remember my sisters always coming through, and I was like 3 and 4 years younger than them, so I'd look up and be like, oh, these are the cool kids, and then I'd be watching Naruto and feeling really bad about myself. They'd be like, oh, you're watching Naruto, and I'll be like,
I'm watching Naruto, what
up? To be fair, Jake, there's about 150 other reasons you should feel bad for yourself. But, I will say...
looking up to my sisters thinking they were cool.
That's number 1. You're already lost.
One of the funniest things I found about Naruto, especially in the English dubs, is that he would constantly say, "Believe it, believe it, believe
God.
it," and people in high school would be like, "Oh, you like Naruto? Believe it," and then they'd take my lunch money.
The part where Naruto, for me, that I love is Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah,
okay. When I got back, because I first watched Naruto when it came on Toonami when I was a little kid, and then several years passed, and I was like, I wonder how that show's doing. Then I go back on the internet, caught up by watching the shows online, and I was like, oh, Shippuden. Oh, this is really cool. This is way better than when I watched it as a little kid. And then I read the manga. Yeah, I just finished everything else.
I'm not really a huge manga fan.
Really?
I've got
I love manga. I don't read it often. I mean, honestly,
it's cool. It's expensive.
Yeah.
No, I read it online for free.
Yeah.
It's like the way I see reading manga online is it's like a tit. You can look at pictures of it, but I'd rather hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Okay, so
fuck it, I'd rather read it.
Okay, so all of our analogies are going to be dick-based or tit-based.
15 minutes in.
That's how we're going to do it.
We're 16 minutes in, and you probably already figured that out.
Yeah.
By now.
At this point, you should get to it.
We were 20 pluses. You're going to be getting tits and
But
dicks.
I will say, it was something that really caught me on to the Japanese market in general. I remember very long ago when I was in middle school, my friend would bring this mystical book to every day. We had to wait. We had to wait for school to actually open, so we would sit in the bleachers and just wait.
Is it the Shonen Giant
magazine? It was Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, Shonen Jump.
I sat there and I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid. I was a Pokemon kid.
Yu-Gi-Oh, dude.
Yep.
Nice.
High fives everywhere.
Bring the high fives all over the place everywhere.
Well, if you did not enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh, stop listening.
Just
click X. Just hang up.
Just click X.
Emphasis on did. It's not so much fun now.
But the
God cards.
Yeah.
Like I got to the God cards, and I was like, "Yeah, I've got 3 now." What? And then
I got to the Xyz cards, and that's when it's like,
But the funniest thing to me is he's like, hey man, you like Yu-Gi-Oh? I was like, yeah man, it's great. He's like, let me show you what this shit's about. So he pulls up the latest volume of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga in Shonen Jump, and here I watch this transpire as Joey plays a fateful game with somebody, and every time you lost life points in this game, you got shocked, and at the end, Joey wins because he's good. And the guy gets shocked to death.
Really?
He dies.
Oh my god.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's awesome.
I want to watch that. I want to see him get impaled to death.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The manga is fucked up. It's some good shit, man.
Is it bloody and gory? Well, that's the same thing. Is it gory?
People die. And so I was watching it, or I was reading it, and I was like, oh my god, holy fucking shit. Like, this is some shit I could definitely get into.
Dude.
And that's how I got turned on to Naruto in the first place. He's like, if you like that, man, do you like ninjas?
Ninjas?
Sir,
do you like ninjas not doing actual ninja things?
I am in 7th grade. I love ninjas. And so he turned me on to Naruto, and I remember watching the first 150 episodes with Japanese audio and English subs.
Good, as it should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is a good
I
show.
like some stuff with dubs.
And it was only until later that I realized that first of all, the dubs are fucking awful, and second of all, that like, this is actually a good show. And so, yeah, people are like, oh, fuck your shit, man. Like, I can't believe you like
I don't have an Itachi headband sitting on my nightstand as we speak.
I want to. Can I have it then? Oh, wait, you don't.
Did you pick that shit up from Wish? Our unofficial sponsor today, kids. I know last time, I don't remember if it was in the test or not, but our original episode is sponsored
we decided to postpone it, so we'll do it now.
Oh, yeah. So our original first episode was sponsored by Cocksucking Popcorn, the only popcorn so good it'll make you suck a cock. But now we'll do another unofficial sponsor today. We will say that this episode is sponsored by Wish.com, kids. You want some good shit, you go to Wish.com. Cheap prices, great product. I mean, shit's unbelievable. Just get there. Just fucking do it. Like, we'll give you a couple.
Where else can you buy a
They'll also
sweater?
Email you. Yeah. Again and again.
Yeah.
Hey, they're great notifications. They let you know, hey, this is going to be 80% off, or this one's going to be 60% off.
That's the difference.
It's like, if I literally pressed buy on something, and I got like 10% off just for clicking the buy button.
There it is.
Before you even check out. You're getting money
What better
discounted.
endorsement can you get, kids? They're throwing percentages around.
You know how to breathe? Oh, well, here's a discount.
There it is.
Yeah. And so you get practically free shipping. Prices are beyond reasonable. You've got everything. I've got some awesome clothing coming in. I've also got some posters for Legend of Zelda and Mario Kart 8. It's going to be here. And it's also coming from overseas, looking at about 2-3 weeks, depending on when the people actually get around to shipping it. Place is awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Batman and Death Note stuff.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of good back gear there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and Dragon Balls.
I've got one for you guys. What's like? I want to say darkest. What's like the most adult show anime that you can think of besides hentai? Like I'm talking about like
darker than black.
I'm talking about like Gantz or Elfen Lied.
Like that. I think Gantz has, as far as what I've seen, I think Gantz has to top the list for me. Elfen Lied is awesome, but I mean, you're talking about people that are just getting sliced in half.
I'm not talking about just about gore, but just gives you that feeling. Right. Damn, this shit is dark.
Let's go down the line.
This is dark.
Okay, go down the line.
All right, so Marshall, hit it up then.
For me, it's darker than black because that show throughout the entire time, it's just like no good hope at all in that show. It's always just been depressing. People just die horrifically too.
I fucking love that show.
Great show.
I love that show. I fucking love that show, but it's also
almost cosplayed as Hay.
Really? Yeah. I remember that. You try to do 3D printed his swords.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
All right. This one's a pretty old one because I really haven't been keeping up with a lot of new anime. But there was this show. I mean, this movie that came on called Vampire Hunter D.
That's an old one.
Yeah, really good. Really, lots of blood and gore and like this dark aesthetic to it.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. All right, and yourself?
I'm really torn because this is the kind of anime I hunt for.
Okay,
this
is
what I want.
Shit. Okay,
I want that heavy shit.
Yeah. So
My Little Pony.
Yes, some heavy shit.
I actually a lot of sexual
accent.
I'm Twilight Sparkle.
It's hard for me to say which ones because each one's dark in its own way. Yeah. It's hard to really group them together.
Psychological and physical.
I mean, some are like super gory, some are like really emotionally intense. Yeah. You know, some are just completely so fucking weird that it makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
Evangelion, for example.
I have to put my vote on Ergo Proxy.
Okay.
Which one?
Excellent.
Have you ever seen Ergo Proxy?
I've never heard of it.
It's about a utopia that's crumbling from the inside.
That sounds interesting.
Sounds like a dystopia.
I will say
and the main character is a guy who's possessed by this. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't want to say possessed, but like he has another form that he doesn't know he is, and it's like the ruiner of this utopia.
Oh,
interesting.
And you follow his story of like complete despair as everything around him is just destroyed. And I don't know. It definitely gave me one of my darker feelings. It's called Ergo Proxy.
Here we go, kids. Ergo Proxy. Look it up.
Okay.
I actually got to rethink after you said something that actually not just gore or something like that. Something that's got that psychological or other type of darker connection. I'd have to say The Black Swordsman, if you've ever seen that.
I haven't. Okay, yeah. I've never heard of that.
Here's an interesting one that you have to think about. K-On! Because after it ends, their life is going to shit.
Hope, guys.
I will say, here's the dark on a different level. Clannad.
Oh my god,
it makes you want to kill yourself.
Oh my god. Either that or Canon, kids. Look it up, watch it. Can't remember the studio right now. I know Naval did the original VNs of both. VN being visual novel. Kids, if you're listening to this, you already know it. But fucking wonderful. I will say I have an actual answer and one that's still just as good, but still just an answer. I'll say Shuffle. And the reason I say Shuffle is because, if you remember correctly, our hero, and I'm hoping I'm remembering the anime and not the visual novel, but our hero picks green-haired chick, and one of the chicks goes apeshit, brings out a razor, starts cutting herself.
Awesome.
And basically the only reason I can say that is because, like, it just proves that even in Japan, this mystical land of dragons and people who fly, bitches still be crazy. And
I think that's
it may be the visual novel.
I mean, I know it's been years and years since I've seen Shuffle, but I can't
remember if Shuffle actually had a good ending or not in the anime. But I will say this, kids, if you haven't played the visual novel, find a way to do it. It should still be online, and if I remember right, it's at mangagamer.com. It is in the adult sections. If you're below 18, you should be fucking listening to this in the first place, but give it a shot. My actual answer, I will say, is, and I hope to God I'm not going to butcher the name, Bakemonogatari. I don't know if I said
Bakemonogatari?
Oh my god, thank you.
Really?
Our president of fucking pronunciation.
What the hell is that?
Bakemonogatari?
So basically,
I feel like I know that.
You showed it to me.
I showed it to you?
Giant robot, multiple kids, toothbrushes.
Oh shit! Oh shit! How did that escape me? I have every single episode coming out on my computer as we speak.
Absolutely, very dark, dreary show.
I love the hell out of that show.
This shit gets deep. It's got giant robots. It's got angst. It's got crab demons. It's
even got toothbrushes.
And it's got
it's got toothbrush rape.
Kids,
just letting you know now, it's got toothbrush rape.
Incestual toothbrush.
Toothbrush rape. If you want some toothbrush rape, I think that's the only way to get it.
You know,
yeah, seriously.
Absolutely.
I've seemed to notice that a lot of really deep thinking shows feature a lot of giant, toothbrushes, but a lot of giant robots. Like Evangelion, Code Geass, especially for
I'll go even old. I'll go even just a little more old school because, of course, say it one more time for me.
Randall.
No.
Bakemonogatari.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sorry, what's your name?
Did you say your name was what? Troy?
The show is very it's very deep. It's very dark. It's wonderful. But going back a little bit farther, and it was it's another old Toonami show, but also hit home for me in terms of nostalgia, in terms of giant robots, and in terms of like good old fashioned like Japanese angst. This is again the second episode and the third mention of me saying the words old fashioned. I promise I'll break the habit. Is Big O.
Big O.
I remember
never got into it.
I never got into it.
I never got into it. I don't think I liked it.
To be honest, I never tried.
Oh man,
it's not that I tried it to like it. I never really rewatched it.
I had a blast watching Big O.
Thank you.
Boom.
It's been years since I thought about it.
Man, I remember the promos on Toonami for that show.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Big O!
Yeah.
But I will say, just it had like a wonderful show, very dark, just beautiful animation quality. It's different, kids. Very close to, not as close, but pretty close to like a Cyborg 009 type feel. Back in that good old, I almost said it.
Good old
back in the good like 90s animation style. So very cool, very wonderful. As far as angsty shows go,
going back to the old days.
Jesus fuck, yeah.
You know, I had to, you're saying that I gotta do it. I'm a follower. I see you as a guy that should not be followed.
You're a sheeple.
Yep.
Go ahead, Jake. What's your comment?
Well, going back to the one that I thought was dark was the Black Swordsman. Yeah. The first episode throws you for a loop because it's one of those animes where it starts out at the end, then does the rest of the show is just a recap, getting you back to what happened. And so you watch what's going on, just like, well, shit. This is going to be some sort of mystically sort of demon hunting, slaying thing, and then it takes you into mercenary.
Yeah.
And there's no mention of dragons or demons or anything. There actually isn't anything like that. The art style is phenomenal. It's a really old anime.
Okay.
Relatively speaking, but... Hold your tits.
I'm holding!
Tits are being
good.
held, kids.
Tits are held.
And now I'm rubbing! And now I need to leave.
No, you stay. I'll talk to you later.
Jesus.
But
you lost your fucking train of thought, didn't you?
I got it. Tits have been
Dakota's tits really.
Yes, they're terribly distracting.
Anyway,
yes. So
and the anime.
Anywho, the art style is phenomenal. The voice acting, I'd say, is really good considering the time that it was released. Because, when voice acting first sort of came out,
it was only sort of terrible.
It was only sort of really terrible. But this is what we would... I equate this to something that would be just slightly subpar for today's standards.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like back in the 90s when they were translating this stuff, like it all just started entering the American market, and I feel like most of the business guys were just like, fuck it. Let's not spend that much money on the voice acting.
Then you get those gold jewels like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, exactly.
Dubbing.
Exactly. Dubbing is that's
absolutely
really
See,
or Full Metal, where you actually... Dude, you're from America. Watch the American version.
I had a comment from earlier.
I love Full Metal.
I know you've seen this, but the first show that turned me on to the whole dark atmosphere was actually School Days.
School Days, yes.
Because, just spoiler alert, you guys care?
No, spoiler alert.
Okay, spoiler alert.
If you don't want to hear the spoiler, you just fucking fast forward on through. Hit it with a spoiler.
We'll add an annotation or something.
This show started, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really read about it. I was just like, okay, I'm bored. Okay, School Days. I guess looks kind of cool. People are watching it and be like, oh, that's great. Anyway, so I downloaded it and I started watching it, and like halfway through, it just seems like your normal, high school anime. Oh, yeah. Who am I going to eat lunch with? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I think I have a crush on this girl. Maybe I should talk to her. And then, towards the end, this dude, he breaks or something. He starts having sex with every single one of these girls, every single fucking one of them. And then the teachers, and one got pregnant, and it's all sorts of shit happened.
Yeah, very deep shit, man.
And at that point, I'm like, I'm like 14. I ain't ready for this. Because I was in shock. I was like, what the.
Mom,
what? Dad. This is intense.
Mom, Dad, what's
and then around the last episode, the pregnant chick cuts the dude's fucking head off, gets on a boat, and sails away saying they'll be together forever, and just rolls credits. I'm just like, whoa. What the fuck just happened?
The show itself has been acclaimed for the ending. And of course, if anybody is aware on the internet of the meme, it was nice boat. That is from School Days, and basically what they did is the company who was not manufacturing, but producing the show, they were like, holy shit, this shit got deep as fuck. We should back off a little bit. So in the original, they cut the last little bit. We never see I don't want to say hero, because no one should look up to him, but
I'm sort of glad he died.
Our protagonist, and we never see him decapitated in the original release, and it cuts, and it's a 15 or 16 minute long actual episode, and it's just a loop of the boat floating away, and that's where we got the meme. Nice boat. Very fucking funny in real life, and it's very funny as far as censorship goes. They cut as much as they possibly could because it was a very fucked up show. Remind me a lot of fuck me sideways.
Okay,
help me out. XL Saga episode.
Thank Jake's area.
Episode. Help me out here. I believe it's episode either 23 or 26.
I don't know if he knows that well.
Where they started. It was 26. They did an entire episode to offend the censors. And they did absolutely. Oh yeah, it is the it's the closest we're gonna get to a Japanese version of South Park.
Really?
They did absolutely everything they could. They had XL banging people. XL being one of the lead characters.
Yep.
They had
oh my god,
like egregious violence, and it was literally it's been documented as them just being like, we just wanted to test to see what would happen. We just wanted to do like the most fucked up shit we could think of and try and produce it.
Nice.
And
I forgot. Thank you for bringing.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for doing this podcast. You're bringing so many good things back into my life.
It is hard as all hell to find that episode.
Okay, just remember, hail Lord Ilpalatsu.
Real quickly.
Okay.
You said something about Japanese South Park, and that reminded me of a show. It's on YouTube. It's not really like anime. It's not like up to that quality. I mean, it's Japanese.
If you say Bobobo,
No. That's
I'm gonna kill you. Hey, you leave Bobobo alone.
Inferno Cop. Have any of you guys seen Inferno Cop?
I have no idea what it is.
Well,
just showed it to me.
Yeah, it's basically like those really shitty shittily animated Adult Swim cartoons.
Like Shin-chan.
It's no.
Oh, Shin-chan was great.
No, like fucking like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or Squidbillies.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese version of that, and I was so taken aback by that. It was really funny.
Okay, here's a super hard question. What was the first show that turned you on an anime? What was like the first one you watched?
We'll go
Wait,
around.
turn you on?
That turned you on.
Give me that.
Okay, like, I gotta have more.
I think it was called Bible Black. No.
Oh shit! Okay, let's go back to the dark conversation. Get the fuck out, because you might as well just say Baku.
Actually, no. That's a pretty horrible.
Let's head towards. Head towards.
Mega Man.
I am a whore. I am a
Alright,
whore.
so what you got, man? So the first episode of a show that just turned.
First anime I ever saw, and Dakota, you're going to just make fun of me because this is what pushed me into the anime world. Dragon Half.
Oh shit! Give me a high five.
Which is why when you're also saying turned on, I'm just like,
the only worst answer that you could have given after saying that is Ranma 1/2. So I'll give you that.
Every teenage girl only.
So,
oh my god!
So Marshall,
and actually, I didn't choose it. My sister did.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh, what's going on? Hey, cartoon. This is not a cartoon. Yeah. This has tits.
You showed me that show. I was like, this is like some generic show. Whoa! Not so generic.
It's weird chibi, not chibi, almost chibi.
I was like, this is
parody. Wait,
this is
not a parody.
Oddly,
tits.
I'm entertained, but I feel bad about
breaking the fifth wall. I mean, it does a whole lot of things different. It was fun. If you haven't seen it, it's a little childish, I suppose. Then again, I think it's like.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with that one.
But
give it a watch. It's hilarious.
After watching
a unique one for the first one.
If you don't have a smile on your face, I'll give you $50. All right, Marshall, what you got, man? First show that turned you on.
Well, I'm sure I can speak the same for almost everybody. Like when I was a little kid, I just watched Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
The thing is, that thing is, it didn't really turn me on for an anime. I had a very long lag period in my life, like throughout middle school, where I just did not watch anime until
didn't drop.
Sophomore or junior year of high school, where I really got, man, anime is fucking awesome.
There it is.
So,
was it just like an epiphany? Just one day you're taking your shit and just like.
I mean, no.
I can see clearly now.
So,
anime is amazing.
I went back into Naruto Shippuden, but what really got me onto
this was recently ish,
like in sophomore year of high school.
Right.
So I just like went back on to like watch anime, and I watched Naruto Shippuden. Then I was like, anime's pretty cool actually. Let's see what else is there. And then what did I see after that? I think I saw Code Geass after that.
Damn.
And that's
you got some good intros.
And that's what was like.
I'm a bit jealous.
Code Geass was on Adult Swim. That's where I found
Was it really?
That's
where I found out.
No shit.
I never knew that.
Right after.
It must have been like later. It must have been like later versions.
Should have been right after Yu Yu Hakusho, if I remember right.
Really?
I believe so.
You had Sailor Moon, DBZ, Inuyasha.
It was after Inuyasha.
That's what it was after.
It was Inuyasha.
As a kid,
Inuyasha, Code Geass, and it just repeated the episodes. It just played again and again.
Honestly, as a little kid, I would not like Code Geass because it's like.
Awesome.
It's actiony-ish, but there's a lot of...
It's too awesome for your tiny brain to handle.
I like Code Geass for its story and its dialogue. Really, that's why I love it.
And the art style, at least in my opinion, some people don't care for.
Well, I really like Clamp art style, just in pretty much anything they do.
Okay, well, good. Yeah. Because I think the art style used in that is phenomenal. The voice acting is fantastic.
Yeah, they've taken their time with it.
I do think the characters in Code Geass kind of have a syndrome of thin, pretty, rich kids.
Yeah,
but I mean, but it's
come on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. That C2 is my anime crush.
Yeah,
right.
but it is a great show.
I've got an anime boner for her.
But it is a great show, and it's very.
Who doesn't? Your waifu?
Very beautifully animated.
If I was gonna have one of those, it would be C2.
If you have a body pillow,
I have a body pillow, but there's no naked lady on it.
Whoa, what's the fuck?
It'd be nice.
So Randall, show that really set you into the anime mood, man.
All right, well,
or turned you on.
Well, to
anime,
like Marshall,
good qualifier.
Like Marshall said, I watched Toonami as a kid, so Dragon Ball Z really got me into it. But the thing about, I was kind of not a very fast kid, so like Akira Toriyama's art style is a little bit different from the rest of anime as a collective.
Yeah.
So it didn't kind of like click that these were kind of the same thing. I was a dumb kid. Anyway,
Bash on younger Randall.
Yeah. But there was this one show on Toonami where, and see, I don't remember barely anything fucking about it, but like this guy had a suit that would turn red or some shit. I don't know. Forget about it.
No.
Wait.
Does it have something to do with cards?
Cards? No, it didn't have anything to do with cards.
Because there was an anime on Disney XD a long time ago.
No. It was on
that
Toonami.
had this dude he was like a ninja, and he would like have cards that he'd get from killing enemies. So he turn to cards, and he would get powers.
But what really got me into watching and enjoying anime as a medium was a few years later after that when I started watching Inuyasha on Adult Swim. So.
Yeah, good pick.
Good intro.
Yeah. I was always mesmerized by the intros and the outros to anime.
Yeah, I hate watching those because I feel like it's a spoiler in itself because it's showing characters I've yet to come in.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want to even think there could be someone else.
There's one.
Think this is it. Then they introduce someone else and just like, holy shit!
God damn it, you said that fast.
Did I?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. you just really nerd out.
Okay, we'll slow that down for you. Alright, so your intro to anime.
Okay, whoops. First off, what you're saying is there's one outro in Inuyasha that literally gives me chills. Every single... I have the song on my iTunes. I love it that much.
Nerd.
It's just this, it's them panning, and it's pretty much them in the forest, dark, and then they just pan, and then there's one picture of Inuyasha staring at this big-ass moon with wind blowing it. Every single time I get chills.
That's really
every single time. Okay, well, I was sort of hit by an anime train.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to watch, fucking Ed, Edd n Eddy. And I was like,
that show.
Adult Swim and Toonami. Oh, shit! I mean, I was like left and right. I was watching Cowboy Bebop. I was watching Dragon Ball Z. I was blah, 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 blah.
Ed, Edd n Eddy, I think that was by Satoshi Kon.
Oh, yeah, that's totally anime.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
I mean, gotta get those Japanese jawbreakers.
Wow.
There's a jawbreaker. But the one that clicked for me, I watched Dragon Ball Z, I watched Inuyasha. I always thought they were really cool. But there was one anime that just made me. I ate, slept, and breathed this anime. I collected every single graphic novel. I have a poster on my wall.
Oh, I know what this one is.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yep.
Samurai X.
Rurouni Kenshin and Samurai X. I could not get in. I still can't get in.
I've been
will pick up those books,
recently.
wipe the dust off of them, and we'll read them.
And
just gorgeous, and gorgeous style, whether it's animation or in the manga itself. Absolutely,
it was downhill after Rurouni Kenshin. I was hooked.
Okay, well, we've done some anime. How about live action?
Well, real quick, just toss my intro up.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
We don't give a shit. Sorry.
I already hear his nuggety voice often enough. It doesn't affect me as much anymore.
The way that I got into anime, I had always
nuggety voice.
I
It's a sweet
as shown on episode 1. I have a fucking job.
I've got a man voice.
Really, out of all of us, he has a really good voice for radio.
I know. Appreciate it. Sorry. Okay. All right, whatever. I'll go home and masturbate to this later. Give me your sweet fucking compliments. My voice is so good. Marcel's already been there for like 20 minutes. He's gonna have to crack open his jeans.
He's just been peeking for the last 30 minutes.
So
you can see that it's so hard already.
So I will say, like,
it's all crusty.
when I got into 7th grade, I met a very, very good friend of mine. I haven't spoken to in years. I feel so bad about it. But a very good friend of mine. His name is Cole, and he came up and he told me, he was like, "Hey man, like, do you like anime?" And I was like, "Yeah man, I like Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha." And he's like, "Nah man, do you like anime?" I was like, "Well, I just listed off like 3." He said, "Nah man, those are cartoons. Like, you should see some anime." And so like he kind of drew a line, and of course like anime is animation. Yes.
Yeah,
so
right.
like Dragon Ball Z is anime just as much.
I'm gonna get bashed for this, but I count Avatar: The Last Airbender as anime.
Technically, yeah, because it's animation. Yeah. But what typically we've come to be is like if it's an American show and we've seen it in our childhood as being completely and total English, it's a cartoon, and then afterwards is anime. So anime would be...
even though it was made in America, they went after the style of
exactly.
anime.
Do you guys know of...
I'll give you anime inspired.
Do you guys know of Rooster Teeth?
Did he finish?
Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, they're making Ruby. Like, have you heard of that
Ruby
show?
is a beautiful show inspired by anime.
Yeah.
And the argument goes back and forth. Is it anime? Is it not? I mean, yeah,
I say who the fuck cares?
It's anime. And more importantly, exactly, man. Like, who the fuck cares as long as you enjoy
And Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. Absolutely one of my top 5 favorite shows.
I'm currently watching that right now, season 4.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
It's airing right now.
I love it so much.
What I'll say is, so my buddy, he comes to me and he says, "Nah, man, you should see some anime." And so he was in tune to this whole country, apparently called Japan. And he was like, "Oh man, what is
what is this G-Pong you
think? Is that the streets down?
This is fucking Nippon land."
Is this where you kids listen to that K-pop? No, Mom, that's Korea.
So this is where Lolicon came from.
That's and I will say my screen name back in the day, like we had our own forum that he built, or fucking whatever, and my screen name was Lolicon.
Oh God!
Oh God! But, so
you were young back then. I mean,
yeah. I haven't changed.
You still should have known better.
But he turns me on. He goes, "Look, man.
He turns you on.
You should check out the show." And it's called Lucky Star, man. You should
no way!
No, I got a whole lot of shonen fans around me. I speak for maybe the minority, maybe the majority.
Maybe.
And by the way, you're about to watch Rosemaiden. I've seen it on your I need to watch list. That's fucking Lolicon Central, man.
I don't know.
So
what
you're talking about. So,
true.
But I'll say this: like I watched Lucky Star, and I was like every good teenager and angsty fucking youth, and I watched this show, and it was nothing but just pure goddamn happiness. It was nothing. I'm so happy. Like nothing ever happened in the show. There was no story arc. No one ever fought. There was nothing that ever happened that was bad in the show. And
it was just happily anticlimactic.
It really kind of like turned me around. I was like, Jesus Christ, maybe shit isn't as bad as I think. And it was all because of this show called Lucky Star. And he goes, man, you got to see this show. It's called Genshiken. You got to see this show called Trigun. You got to see this show called. I already knew a Cowboy Bebop. Don't slay me, kids. But I mean, like the Yoko Kanno classics. Later on, he shows me Bakano. He shows me Clannad. He shows me Canon. He shows me all.
So he pulled
fucking shows.
You already had sort of your toenails into the water.
Oh
but
yeah.
He's that bastard friend that hit you in the back of the head with a baseball bat to get you in.
Let's not mix terms, kids. He fucking baptizes me in the holy water of anime. I come up and my eyes are awakened to this wonderful world where tons of great shows happen, man. And ever since then, like I most of the anime I watch is a lot more on the softer side. I do like a lot of shonen. I still consider Soul Eater to be shonen, and then I've watched, and right next to it, after I got done with the show, I watched Soul Eater Not, which is very not shonen. But I was like, cool, back in the universe, same animation style. Which kids, if you haven't seen Soul Eater, fucking wonderful animation style. Yeah. So
I love Soul Eater.
So yeah, it's a fucking wonderful show. Kids, go out and see that.
I'm pretty mixed about it. Really?
It's on
It's
Netflix.
wonderful,
Watch
man.
it.
So,
Easy to get access.
yeah, so
really.
like, you know, based off of like one show, one itty bitty little show that you vocally heard, kids, these motherfuckers laughing at me. But I'll tell you, everybody
Wait,
has
which
that,
one are we laughing at you at? Which one?
for Lucky Star.
Okay.
But everybody's got that one show that really turns you around and you go, God damn, man, this is wonderful. Everybody's got it. Whether it's DBZ, and at our age, like DBZ is that's the natural fucking thing to do. It's either that or Pokemon.
For me, that sort of show is Naruto.
Yeah, or Naruto.
I mean, as cheesy or whatever.
I got One Piece for me.
It's so optimistic in the message they try to portray to you. It's like, oh man, this is really nice.
And so, like, everybody watches that one show and they go, like, man, this anime thing, this is something I need to check out. And then, like, after that, once you get to explore all the different genres of just anime in general, anime is not a genre. Anime is a class, just as metal is a class.
I will say, though, that is one thing that didn't bother me at first about anime was the weeding. And the weeding. And the weeding. And the more weeding.
Just to hijack real quickly.
Get it.
You know, as you said, we're mostly shonen fans, and this was actually quite recently, like maybe a year or two ago. I watched a show called Toradora.
I love it.
Which,
you know,
like, you know, you
were pretty good. We like shoujo quite a bit.
Yeah, you know, the market is saturated with high school romances.
Yep.
But
and I'm okay with that.
Toradora is really one that stands out to me. It's really good because I don't want to spoil the ending, but it has a realistic ending, I would say. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree, man.
Really?
And that's the funny thing, man. It's because, like, kids...
I'll need to check that out.
If you're just grabbing...
Never seen Toradora?
I've never even heard of it.
You will cry.
Yeah,
really? You will cry.
You
will cry.
It's a little hard.
Have you met Jake?
Oh, that's true.
Have you met Jake?
You'll feel a tinge of emotion. Your face...
Like, what is this feeling? It's like it's almost a feeling.
He'll
Sparrow.
Jake may or may not be an android.
Can you tell the Sparrow story?
Oh yeah. So we were watching Yu Yu Hakusho one time, and it was the English dub, and it went to a flashback, and see, I really haven't seen much of Yu Yu Hakusho, so you can shoot me for that.
I think
you can shoot me for that later, but well, this girl, what was it? What was her name?
It was like the ice girl. I think I remember now. The ice girl came up, and she was being held captive by these two guys. And this bird comes and sits on the windowsill.
Yeah, and then someone starts like killing the bird, and she's like, no, my sparrows!
Please spare him!
Please spare him!
Jake just comes up behind us, and he just gets right beside our face. He's like, Sparrow. Spare the sparrow.
Sparrow.
It's in the context.
Fuck you, Jake.
In the context of that scene, it was so
it was so perfectly awful.
This became Kuwabara's love interest. It was Yukiko.
Yeah, Yukiko.
The frost girl. And it was so cool. Her brother was fighting in the tournament with another team. Fucking no, not Hiei. Hiei would be one of the
No, wasn't Hiei? Hiei was her brother. The 3-eyed guy.
Fuck me. You're right. Absolutely. Yes, Hiei was her brother. And we find out, so she gets the digs for Kuwabara. Kuwabara gets the digs for her. Later on in the story, plays out. I'm telling you, kids, Yu Yu Hakusho, watch more than just the fucking Dark Tournament. It is gorgeous. I love every bit of the show.
I know.
So let's see. So like one of the things Jake and I were talking about quite a bit, and something I want to get a little more opinions about is there's a show here down just a little bit away, down to Concord, right? Back me up. Concord? Yes, Ichiban Con.
Yes.
Kids, there's a con. And
got the badge on my wall.
See, it's coming up. Okay,
I got it on mine as well. I still have it.
I have not been to a con. And
we're taking him. Yeah, that's fine.
Me neither. Yeah.
So
okay, we're making a party. It's a couch agreement. Maybe I'll actually get my fucking costume working. Maybe. So we'll get some cosplay going, and kids, for future episodes, we're gonna be podding from Ichiban Con. Maybe grab some interviews with some folks. But I would
with the snowball.
That would be sick. We get our own panel off.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to go down there. I've never really been to a con. It's been my dream to go to Otakon since I was fucking like 14 years old. I wanted to go to Otakon. So back when when I first heard about it, oddly enough, from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Snake's like Otakon. So We gotta go. I think this has been set. Like
it's just really like one of my Japanese animes.
All right, Jake. You were gonna bring something up earlier. But what were you gonna say about live action movies?
Oh,
you wanted to start with something.
Yeah. So
because I went and saw Death Note 3 in theaters.
Okay.
Wait. Death Note 3 in theaters.
Yeah, I drove to Greenville and because they was playing this one fucking theater at this one time in Greenville.
Really?
And me and my friend Kevin, super huge anime nerds at the time, we drove down there.
Kevin.
Yes, Kevin, shut your mouth. Kevin. We drove down there, and it was pretty cool. I mean, like, there's not much you can expect from live action anime movies, except for the Rurouni Kenshin movie. I might be a bit biased on that.
Yeah.
Not at all. But I fucking love that movie.
There is the Attack on Titan live action movie coming out in 2016?
Yeah, in like 500 years.
Well, they already announced the cast for it, and I think it might be good.
So who loves the Dragon Ball Z live action movie?
me, I love it.
Kill him now.
Do you love it? Because
I use it as
I bet you even love the Avatar the Airbender live action movie.
Ooh,
hands down. By far,
we got booing going on.
Can we just talk about M. Night Shyamalan for a second? What the hell happened to him? He makes fucking, The Sixth Sense and Signs, and then he craps out from his corroded anus.
Something must have happened.
Fucking Lady in the Water, and then Avatar, and The Happening, and then Avatar: The Last Airbender from him. Ooh. I don't know what the hell's happening.
I never forgive him when he did that.
When I heard they were going to make a Dragon Ball Z and Airbender movie, I lost my fucking mind.
Oh no, I was on the hype train for the Dragon Ball Z movie. For just a little bit.
Maybe this is going to be the year of my life.
Yeah, for like 3 months I was on the hype train, and then I saw a teaser trailer, and it fucking looked like someone threw that shit together in Sony Vegas in like 10 minutes.
It's almost like they were trying to make a parody.
Yeah, I got so disappointed when I saw that teaser trailer, because I was like...
Hey, co-host, what's your opinion on this?
On which one?
The live actions for Airbender and DBZ.
Oh, okay. So as far as Airbender goes, I wasn't a huge fan of the series, not because I didn't like it, I just never watched it. I had a lot of people tell me, like, dude, you gotta check it. I know it's on Nickelodeon, man, but you gotta check it out. Dude,
Invader Zim was on Nickelodeon. That's
I'm telling you right now, you need to check it out.
You need to watch it.
And I still to stay. I actually have the files down. Bought, and I definitely want to watch them. I really do. As far as the live action, I will say my older brother, who doesn't give a dick about anime at all, went to see Avatar, and he came back, and I was like, so what was it like, man? Like, did you like it? He said, I'll say this, man, the effects were awesome.
Oh, that's when you know. God. That's when you know it's shit.
That's pretty much any time if you've made a movie and they go, man, your movie had great effects, you might as well just fucking.
When you say Avatar, you mean Last Airbender, right?
Yes.
I hate the effects.
Excuse me. Yes, not Avatar.
Because
Avatar, the Last
let's be honest, Avatar.
I've seen both of these horrible, awful movies, and I will never get those hours of my life.
I recommend them to people just like I recommend The Room, which we talked about in the last one.
Yeah, at least episode we talked about The Room.
Hey, The Room is an amazing, high-quality film.
I will say this. I've experienced both good and bad as far as live-action anime adaptations. The bad being, and I watched this on purpose, again, my buddy Cole forced me to this.
Sounds like our friend Cole.
Was back in, fuck my ass, it was 2010 maybe.
Woo!
Maybe earlier than that, was the live-action Sailor Moon.
I forgot that was a thing.
Oh my god!
Of course it would exist.
One of the funniest things about it is when they transform. You know how, like in the series, when they transform, the camera would follow them around. In the movie, they just spin around. It is hilarious.
Like Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
It is very funny. The good of the live action that I've seen is DMC, which is Detroit Metal City. Kids, first of all, you don't know Detroit Metal City, go ahead and grab it. I don't care how. Watch it. It is I'm a metal fan, and it is a wonderful view of how Japan sees American metal and their metal as well.
What is this called?
Detroit Metal City, DMC.
Not to confuse it with Devil May Cry.
Not to confuse it with Devil May Cry.
Or Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry.
But I'll tell you, so after the series, they compiled a couple of episodes. There were 12-minute long episodes, 2 shorts per episode. The actual movie pretty much just grabs the good from a couple different episodes, and we get to watch this movie being done. And kids, Gene Simmons is in it. Okay?
No way.
Yes,
oh, really?
Absolutely. I'm telling you, wonderful.
How old is he?
And oh god, ancient.
Okay.
But to put it
about as old as his tongue is long.
Yeah. Oh, nice. To put it to the credit of everyone who works on DMC, the voice actors for the show do the music. Okay, and that's a big fucking deal, especially when you're talking about a metal show. This is the Japanese equivalent 2 years ago of America's Metalocalypse.
Yes.
I was going to say.
I was about to compare it
And
to that.
this is, I'm telling you, like, it's one of my favorite shows for a great reason. It's vulgar, it's rude, it's hilarious. And not only that, but, like, I've got the soundtrack on my phone that I listen to. The music, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So definitely, DMC, give it a shot, whether it's the live-action movie or the series. I should say watch the series, then watch the actual live-action movie. But either way, kids, if you just get a little dip and a little fucking taste of some DMC, enjoy the shit out of it. It was wonderful.
But, okay, well, this
We got
is one
hands
that
crossed, holy dicks. What's going on?
Oh, no.
I want to hop back to anime just for 1 second, just
right.
as like a little indie thing.
Andy.
As far as we've been talking about all these great animes that we know, but we also know how hard it is to introduce people into anime that don't really find it that attractive.
Absolutely.
Because
A lot of
at
it-
least as far as me goes, it makes me feel bad because they have no idea what they're missing.
You see, a lot of people when I talk to them about anime, they think that every single anime ever created has like 3,000 episodes.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
only
No,
One Piece.
those are very
Yeah,
few.
that's only one. Very few.
One
Very few
Piece,
and far
Naruto,
between.
Bleach are the few animes that go that
that's
far
true.
along. Most
Yes.
animes
Yeah.
last for like
30,
60,
20
something like that.
to
24
Typically
to
about
12.
20.
I'd say 20 to 50.
24 to 12.
24 and
depending
12,
on
yeah.
what the show is and
Yeah.
how successful
Rarely
it was.
ever go above 100.
Yeah.
Rarely,
Oh, God, very
rarely
rare.
ever go above 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the first anime, like, so you got a buddy or you got a girlfriend, whatever the case may be,
Nope.
and you tried to, well, of course you don't joke,
I'm terrible.
but so the first, like, have you guys all like tried to immerse someone into this? So what
Yeah.
was
I've
the
tried
show?
immersing my girlfriend a little bit into it, and
And how'd that go?
it actually wasn't that bad. I tried introducing her to Nana,
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
and she got in, but she has this thing. Like, she's told me that she, as far as the story goes, she says she loves it, but she just has this thing about animation. Like, she can't emotionally invest in animation.
Really?
That's
Because you can watch
Like,
Wall-E
she
and fucking.
she doesn't like Wall-E. She doesn't like
Oh,
animated
really?
movies.
She
I know
doesn't
that's
like
not.
You made
Wall-E?
a dating cyborg, man.
yeah. I think so.
I mean, like, I know she likes the stories and stuff, but just it's not real life to her.
Well, I mean,
it's just animation.
I love anime. I believe you guys could attest that I love anime.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
True story.
Yep.
the point I was getting to.
I don't get emotionally attached. It's one of the reasons why I can't play something like Skyrim or anything like that, because
you're missing out.
I don't get immersed in it the way everyone else does. I enjoy it very much.
The point
But it's not something that pulls me in.
Or Metal Gear Solid is another great thing you're missing out on.
Yeah, unless you get tired of the Metal games.
What were you trying to
The
say?
point I was getting to is kind of what he was going with. How have you introduced it to someone and how?
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
if they don't, if you do try and they're just not interested, how important it is to not push them hard, because it'll just completely turn them off from it.
Yeah.
So I don't, like, if you guys have experience like that, how have you tried to ease someone into anime?
In the comments for this podcast, wherever we upload or what happens in tweets or Facebooking or whatever, we're working on getting that set up as soon as I can actually get off our lazy asses to do it.
True.
Very true.
Yeah, send us your stories, kids. We want to hear your sad sex stories.
Yeah, let us know how you got into it, and let us know how you got other people into it.
Yeah. All right, so Marshall, so you try and give somebody some anime?
Of all people, my parents really, because the thing is,
that's different.
My parents, my dad especially, are really, really big movie goers and TV people. They love all things media, just watching
shit excellent
and everything. Like,
so it's a good market.
Yeah, like my dad collects literally thousands of DVDs and put up action figures, set them right up in our own little home theater thing. He fucking loves it. So I try to introduce, and my sister as well. My sister has some anime experience stuff, but it's a bunch of really teenage girl happy
shit like Fruit Basket.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Shit like Fruit Basket. Shit like Fruit Basket. You get the fuck out.
That's how you say you didn't get it.
It's got your name on it.
I got two people fucking
go watch Lucky Story.
Okay. Or in High School Host Club.
No.
I kind of unironically enjoyed K-On!
It's a nice show. It's fun.
Unironically.
Nothing wrong with just fun.
So
I'm a huge fan of AKB0048.
Yeah.
Like, the hell is that?
What? Oh, Jesus fuck, man! It's adorable. You'll get diabetes after watching. I'm not playing. It's a sweet show. Kids out there, comment. Fucking tell me. AKB40.
I mean, of course I don't know what it is. You know the kind of shows I like to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
That's literally the opposite side of the fucking rainbow.
I'm telling you, you'll just be like, this shit's so fucking. And afterwards, you go outside, you smoke a cigarette, and you're like, gotta sack up, gotta do shit.
Man, that shit was gay.
Gotta fix a car, eat some beef jerky, and spit. Fix a car. Right, so Randall, how about you, man? Like, you try and immerse somebody in the culture.
The thing is,
we were doing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You have the stage.
Now he's on the spot.
Okay, so, no, of all stuff, I feel like the most appropriate thing to show, my sister included, is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. The reasoning behind it, because I feel like it's not so much of a culture shock to them.
No, it's very good.
I feel like it could be related to them, because it's really not too far outlandish, and it's really...
It's got a happy medium between all the different genres.
Yeah. It's probably one of the best shonen ever made.
And I feel like it has a lot of realism to it, despite all the magic alchemy stuff, but they try to make it so...
Dude, it's science. Whenever someone talks about that fucking little girl in that chimera...
And that's the thing.
Man.
I wanted them to watch that episode so bad, but only had them watch up to the second episode, and that was the third episode. I think
that's kind of what we were going back earlier. That's not even a try. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's not even a try. I was so disappointed. I'm gonna watch it. They were just asking me. I just watching the TV. I'm just looking back at them to see if they're paying attention. I'm and here comes the cool part. I'm and they're on their phone, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
You guys just fucking missed that shit.
You're missing the part when he reveals that's his daughter.
High five from you. Those feels.
Those feels so intimate.
God, man.
It's like,
do you get it? Do you get it? Yeah, it's a banana. Do you get it?
It's like the part I'm crying up is it was his daughter. Okay, man. And they're like, what?
What
the fuck are you doing? Not paying attention to this part.
It what?
And I don't want to
watch time I watched anime with Randal, I was doing that day.
Oh god, yeah.
I was so excited to have them watch it with me too, because all from starting to end, because man, the ending, once you connect everything, the whole story makes sense.
The thing about Fullmetal is it's got action, it's got character development, and it's got a little bit of political intrigue too, you know? I mean,
and that's the one I like the most about it.
It's got a bit of political. Okay, well, Code Geass is
I'm a big...
That's level 2.
I'm a big...
One step at a time.
I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan, so the conspiracy angle